Ready? Hey guys, welcome to Motoroids. My name is Amit, and this, as you know, is the new Innova Hycross. And today I'm going to give you a quick walk around of this car, letting you know all that's important. And as you can see right now, this looks a lot more SUV-ish than the model that it replaces. So that also is the reason why it's called the Hycross, because it's like a cross between an MPV and an SUV. And as you can see, the bonnet is a lot higher, the headlights are sharper, and the overall stance of the car is also a little sportier. So it is kind of a cross between an MUV that was the Innova and an SUV as well. Now, as you can see, the headlights are all LED. You have these pilot lamps here. You have these DRLs, which also have the blinkers integrated in them. The grille is the same hexagonal grille as we have known it, but it has a titanium color to it. And as you would know, the Innova has always been known for its sturdy stance, and it does definitely carry that. Now, in terms of dimensions, this car is 20 mm longer, 20 mm wider, but the wheelbase here is 100 mm longer than the outgoing car. The height remains the same, and to my eye, this definitely looks more muscular. The bonnet is higher, and it also comes loaded with a lot of ADAS features. There are a lot of safety features incorporated in this car as well, and in that context, the features, not just safety features but other features on the inside also are fantastic. It gets disc brakes both up front and at the rear, 18-inch wheels, 225 section tires, and a hybrid badging as well. Now, as you can see, the windows are pretty big, so the airiness inside the cabin is pretty good, but the roof line here, as you can see, uh, is somewhat stooping down at the rear, and the quarter panel, the third window, also is dropping down to give it a sporty stance. The ARI certified fuel efficiency of this car is 21.1 kmpl, and the range is about 1000 kilometers plus. The ground clearance is also pretty good, and it would be able to take the potholes pretty well with over 190 of ground clearance. Now, the tail lamps also are part LED, but some parts of it are bulbs, and as you can see here, the blinkers are bulbs, and this is the main tail light. You have this high mount stop lamp as well, and you have a shark fin antenna. If you go up, you'll see a panoramic sunroof, which again is a great inclusion. You have a 360-degree camera, and part of it is visible here. The boot is also powered now, and that is a great convenience. You simply have to press this button here to lift it up, and it will reveal over 300 liters of boot space. This seems slightly more than the Innova, since this is a wider car, and you have a 50-50 split rear third row of seats. You have an illumination here, and you also have some space to spare under the tray. This is a button to bring the powered tailgate down. Now, a few things that you do well to know about this car is that A, this is an a strong hybrid. So technically speaking, if you really have to uh, convert the amount of time this car goes on EV power without using any fuel, it has the capability to go almost 60% of the time on the electric mode and about 40% of the distance. That's what Toyota claims, and that's what really gives it its fantastic fuel efficiency figure. Apart from that, if you talk about the ADAS features on this car, it gets uh, lane keep assist, it gets radar activated cruise control, which is adaptive cruise control. It gets blind spot detection. It also gets a lot of other features which are associated with ADAS. So it comes with a really strong suite of ADAS functions, which also includes a rear cross traffic alert. So in that sense, Toyota have made it completely up to date with all the features that are the need for the R. In terms of variants, this car comes with a petrol and a strong hybrid variant. So the petrol variant has a peak power of 174 PS, and the strong hybrid comes with 186 PS of peak power. Both the engines are mated with a CVT transmission. Obviously, the hybrid version gets a different variant. It's an eCVT, but the petrol version gets a CVT. On the inside, now uh, Toyota is claiming that this car can seat three at the third row and which makes it 7 and 8 seater. So if you have captain's seats in the middle, it's a 7 seater, and if you have a bench seat in the middle, you have an 8 seater. And in that context, you have variants for the petrol version as well as for the hybrid version. Now, if I have to really mention those variants, let's see what those variants are. And this is the top of the line ZX variant. And for the ZX variant, you have only 7 seats available. So you have the ZX, then you have the ZXO, which is a notch lower, and then you have the VX 8 seater and the VX 7 seater. These are the strong hybrid variants. And then for the gasoline, you have the GX 8 seater, GX 7 seater, and the lower G 7 seater and the G 8 seater variants. So those are the variants, and I think it's time now for us to get inside the car and see uh, what all features are there, how the interior looks, how the dashboard looks. But before that, let me just let you know that the bookings for this car are open for 20,000 bucks, and the deliveries will start in January. The pricing has not been announced yet, but I think that it would start from about 20 lakh rupees and will go all the way up to 30 plus lakh rupees. And the on-road pricing of this car may nudge 40 lakh rupees on the road pricing. So it is going to be an expensive product, but I'm still thinking there would be a lot of people who would want to buy this car and there will be a long waiting.